Hello everyone, this is Justin from Film Gamer X channel again, and I'm here with well some of my favorite stuff in my movie collection, and let me just start off by showing the stack. But as you can probably see, Scream Factory, Scream Factory titles. Oh, probably not as many as oh you know other people watching, but oh, I try my best to get, get the ones that I like the most. And yeah, so I'm gonna start off with uh, these four right here. I will say right now, some of these I have not watched. Um, Meaning either the Screen Factory version, um, or I've never watched the movie at all in any form. And the first one that I've actually not watched ever, but I was recommended to pick it up, is Big Trouble in Little China with God, what's his name? Kurt Russell. Um, my first ever Kurt Russell film was The Thing, and what a movie that was. Uh, but yeah, yeah, for the life of me, I have never gotten around to seeing this. It says Kurt Russell stars as Jack Burton, a tough talking truck driver whose life goes into a supernatural tailspin when his best friend's fiance is kidnapped in John Carpenter's Big Trouble in Little China. Jack suddenly finds himself in a murky, danger-filled world beneath San Francisco's Chinatown, where Lo Pan, a 2,000-year-old magician, mercilessly rules an empire of spirits. Facing down a host of unearthly terrors, Jack battles through Lopan's dark domain in a full-throttle action-riddled ride to rescue the girl, also starring James Hong, Kim Cattrall, and Dennis Dunn. This special effects-filled spectacle is a non-stop thrill ride to an incredible finish. Uh, huh. It's everything that it says right there. So the special features is a new audio commentary with Larry J. Franco and audio commentary with special effects artist Steve Johnson, audio commentary with director John Carpenter and Kurt Russell, isolated score, theatrical trailers, TV spots, vintage interviews with cast and crew. And then disc 2 is a buttload of special features. Dennis Dunn, James Hong, Peter Kwong, Donald Lee, James Liu, more interviews with John Carpenter, Kurt Russell, cinematographer Dean Cundy. Uh, let's see, vintage featurette, deleted scenes, music video, gag reel, uh, extended ending, still galleries, and much more. I mean, how much more could there be? That's a lot of stuff. Uh, yeah. Um, yeah, this is one movie I have never seen, and it, like Scream Factory does, they put the new artwork, original theatrical uh, poster, and yeah, I will probably be jumping into this one by the end of the week. So, yeah, Big Trouble in Little China. In case if anyone's wondering, um, check your Walmart. This is 11 nine. No wait, it's either $11 or $12. Pick this up. I found mine with the slipcover. I was very happy. But yes, Walmart, practically every Walmart has, a handful of Scream Factory titles and regular Shout Factory titles. If you're lucky enough, you'll find some of them with slipcovers. I'm, as you'll probably see, if I can help it, I'm a slipcover addict, and yeah, some of them some of them in the stack here don't have slipcovers for a reason. I wasn't able to acquire them with one, but yes. Uh, Next movie, Candyman, 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 Candyman. I think maybe I forgot one. Candyman. uh, this movie scared the hell out of me. And yeah, this movie's insane. For anyone who hasn't seen it, to me, this is probably Tony Todd's best character role. And I just, uh, I don't know what to say. Uh, for people who don't know, this was put out from Clive Barker's story, The Forbidden, and it's in, God, what is it? I think it's called Bound in Blood 1 or 2. I think there's 3 of them, but I think it's the first 1 or 2 books that has The Forbidden in it, and I need to read that, but until then, I have this. It's got Tony Todd as Candyman. um, let's see, Virginia Madsen as Helen, and one person. Let's see if I can see their face somewhere. I don't know. But one person that most people will probably know now from The Walking Dead is right here is Xander Berkeley, who plays the person who owns or the person who runs Hilltop. If you've seen that far into The Walking Dead. Uh, and for people who don't know, this is a Candyman. This is a gut wrenching thriller that follows a graduate student whose research summons the spirit of the dead. When Helen Lau hears about Candyman, a slave spirit with a hook hand who is said to haunt a notorious housing project, she thinks she has a new twist for her thesis. Braving the gang-ridden territory to visit the site, Helen arrogantly assumes Candyman can't really exist until he appears, igniting a string of terrifying grisly slayings, but the police don't believe in monsters and charge Helen with the crimes. And the only one who can set her free is Candyman. So, yeah. And for anyone who hasn't seen, but this is the artwork from the theatrical poster. And since I don't have the slipcover on this one, I can't show you the new artwork, but I can show you it through here. That's a that's a really nice cover. Sorry for the quality that I don't have a HD camera, but eh, what are you gonna do? When I upgrade, you'll start seeing way better quality. But yeah, Candyman, pick this up. This is $10 at Walmart. This one's starting to become a little tougher to find at Walmart, but if you can find it, um, it's usually bunched in with some of the other movies, but $10, you will not regret it. If you like horror. And here's a movie. I'm I'm just gonna have to admit it right now. It scared the shit out of me. Forgive my language, but it calls for it. I'm pretty sure we've all had a bad dream or two about him. Well, I went through just about all of my childhood. And, well, speaking of child, talking about Child's Play. Uh, we all know Chucky. He is not a good guy, and he is definitely not your friend till the end. He wants to kill you. Uh, but yeah, for anyone who doesn't know Chucky, he is a character created by Don Mancini, and he is here to kill Andy and anybody that gets in his way. Uh, Child's Play. The chills come thick and fast in this riveting, jolt-a-minute thriller about an innocent-looking doll inhabited by the soul of a serial killer who refused to die. From the director of Fright Night, Child's Play comes complete with excellent special effects and a slew of special features that make this Blu-ray your friend to the end. In this clever, playful thriller, only 6-year-old Andy realizes that Chucky is responsible for a spate of gruesome murders, including that of his unsuspecting babysitter. But the real terror takes hold when the deranged doll becomes determined to transfer his evil spirit into a living human being, Andy. This movie, I mean, I'll be honest, probably the second one more than any of them. But still, Child's Play as a whole, oh, I just. This movie was not my friend. Like, I don't know what was wrong with me as a child, but I watched horror movies like crazy, and I still got upset when he got into my dreams. So, yeah. But no, this is says experience the terror of the original Chucky film like never before. Includes an all new 2K HD transfer. And yeah, I mean, if anyone wants to say, there's the theatrical poster. Something's moved in with the Barkley family, and so has terror. You'll wish it was only make believe. I'm gonna be honest with you, that is absolutely terrifying. Here's the discs, and yeah, whew. Child's Play. If anyone knows anything about Chucky, then you already know. You probably had a bad dream or two at one point or another. But moving on from Child's Play, and yeah, and showing off a movie that I'm just going to show it quickly, but um, I have never seen it, or if I have, I've only seen it once and I don't remember it. But it is The Craft with Fairuza Balk, Robin Tunney, Nev Campbell, and Rachel True. I don't know who Rachel True is, but I know the rest of them. Or no, wait, I know two of them. But yeah, it says Sarah has always been different. So as a newcomer of Saint Benedict's Academy, she immediately falls in with high school outsiders. But there's something different about her new friends, and it's not just that they won't settle for being a group of powerless misfits. They have discovered the craft, and they are going to use it. This spectacular horror thriller has an all-star cast including Neve Campbell of the Scream franchise and Wild Things, Robin Tunney from Supernova and the Zodiac, Feruza Feruza Balk from The Island of Dr. Moreau and American History X, Rachel True from Half Baked and Embrace of the Vampire. Oh wow, I did not see this. Skeet Ulrich from Scream and of course Riverdale. Wow, I did not know when I bought this that he was in it. So we get, think about that, we get Neve Campbell and Skeet back in the film together. That is awesome. Oh, I'm gonna go to my next little stack, and you either know about these movies or you don't, and yeah, they're creepy, they're crittery, the damn critters. Like it says on the back, they're back and they're ready to devour your Blu-ray player. As you can see, they're ready to devour. That cover is ridiculous and perfect and terrifying. And who would have thought that tiny little fluff balls could do so much damage? Yes, I picked this up at one point from FYE at a mall, and I haven't looked back. I mean, when I saw this set and I saw it was put out by Scream Factory, I'm like, just take my money. Take my money, please. So yeah, Critters, if you don't know about them, the terrifying and tiny menaces are out in full force with this 4-film collection packed with enough special features to make any fan's mouth water. In Critters, the terrified Brown family are trapped in a deadly nightmare and must fight for their lives against a litter of extraterrestrial bloodthirsty monsters, but it's a losing battle until the two intergalactic bounty hunters arrive, determined to blow the creatures off the planet. In Critters 2, some eggs have survived and are popping open, bringing another horde of the little creatures. Brad Brown, who's played by Scott Grimes, returns to fight them along with 3 bounty hunters. Critters 3 uh, stars in his a lot of people who haven't seen these will not know this, but this is Leonardo DiCaprio's first role is in Critters 3. Stars Leonardo DiCaprio as Josh, A.B. Leggard, Alan Angelino, who must lead the fight against the little monsters as they invade an LA apartment building. In the final film, Critters 4, is a super strain of genetically engineered monsters, or a super strain of genetically engineered monsters are designed to take over the universe. This time, Brad Dourif, Chucky, and Angela Bassett, who the only thing that I can recall her from right now is American Horror Story Hotel. Yeah, Hotel. And Angela Bassett must battle the little bloodthirsty hairballs. Basically, in Critters 4, which I'll show you here, it says these are new 2K scans from the original film elements. And yeah, here are the 4 films. I switched them around, and these are the uh, theatrical covers. The battle began in another galaxy. It's about to end in the Browns' backyard. You can even see the teeth up there. It's everyone's turn for seconds. That that cover always just kind of looked funny. First they destroyed a farm, then they terrorized the town. Now they're ready to do some real damage. Critters 3, you are what they eat. Well, that's just great, because I don't want them eating me. Critters 4, they're invading. They're invading your space. Like any movie that has numerous sequels, what's a sequel without going to space, right? Yeah, I mean, you know, it's nothing too exciting, but it is pretty cool though. Here's that one. Here's that one. This one has a kind of a cool cover right there. And for number 1, same one, just without the 2. I know, right? It's exciting. You've never seen anything like it. It smells great still. Oh, well, there's that. And then we will go to the next film. I have not seen this one in probably since I was a teenager, and I'm 31 right now. So it's been a while. This is from, let's see, 2004. And I'm just going to get right into it and say Dawn of the Dead remake by Zack Snyder. And apparently, the screenplay is by James Gunn of Guardians of the Galaxy fame and Guardians of the Galaxy 2, and soon to be Suicide Squad. Or The Suicide Squad. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to say. A group of people join up, fight off zombies in a mall. You really can't ask for anything else. Don't ask for anything else. It says heart pounding action and bone chilling thrills power this edgy and frightening remake of George A. Romero's classic horror Dawn of the Dead, which I have, yes, you can condemn me. I have never seen the original Dawn of the Dead. I will be getting it on 4K from Second Sight, so I will see it then. Okay. If you want to put it in the comments and complain, go ahead. From visionary filmmaker Zack Snyder of 300, Watchmen, and Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice, and I will be one of the very few to say I love Batman vs. Superman. I don't care about your opinion or your opinion of me. I loved it for what it was, and I absolutely cannot wait to see Zack Snyder's Justice League. Let's see, wait, where was that? This pulse pounding Jolt-a-thon stars Ving Rhames of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Was Ving Rhames in Guardians 2? I'm not recalling. Sarah Polley of Splice, Jake Weber of Wendigo, and Mekhi Phifer of Divergent. Well, why wouldn't they have just said like 8 Mile or something? And Ty Burrell of Modern Family. The world is in danger when a mysterious virus turns people into mindless, flesh-eating zombies. In a mall in the Heartland, a handful of survivors wage a desperate, last-stand battle to stay alive and human. This is a HD master from the 2K Digital Intermediate. And then Disc 2 is the unrated with an HD master from the 2K Digital Intermediate with HD inserts. So, uh, I'll be honest, I have yet to watch this one, but um, a, a handful of these that I haven't watched yet, I'm probably going to wait until October. But yeah, as you can see, it has the original theatrical poster. That's my favorite cover. Not that that one's bad, but this one's my favorite. Let's see. Help Alive Inside. And I do believe, I want to say, could be wrong, but I do believe of Walking Dead fame in here is some of the stuff done up by Greg Nicotero. I just like pointing out random whole facts. I'm pretty sure Greg Nicotero, like, he's done everything when it comes to zombie effects for the past 20 or 30 years, I believe. Here's another film that I picked up from Walmart. This one was only 11, I believe, and wow, Escape from New York with Kurt Russell. Another Kurt Russell film. I watched this kind of recently. I think I watched it at the beginning of the month, and I was blown away by this, and 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 I kick myself all the time now. After watching it, I beat myself up because I wanted, or not I wanted, but I wish I would have saw this sooner. I've seen this on shelves at Blockbuster when I was a kid, and I regret never picking it up because in some cases I did base a movie by its cover, and if it didn't look cool, then it wasn't for me. So, and I mean, uh, the cover that they used, I forget what they used for the VHS one, but it wasn't this, I don't believe. So that's why it wasn't appealing, but that's appealing. Escape from New York, 1977. In New York City is a walled maximum security prison. Breaking out is impossible. Breaking in is insane. To break into a prison, that is insane. Dark and Dangerous from Newsweek. A thrilling landmark film that jolts along at a breakneck pace. Escape from New York leapt to cult status with high octane action, edge of your seat suspense, and the mind blowing vision of lone warrior Snake Plissken, from who's, Kurt Russell's character, battling his way out of a post apocalyptic Manhattan. In a world ravaged by crime, the entire island of Manhattan has been converted into a walled prison where brutal prisoners roam, but when one man I just lost it. But when the US president crash lands, only one man can bring him back. Notorious outlaw and former special forces war hero Snake Plissken. But time is short. In 24 hours, an explosive device implanted in his neck will end Snake's mission and his life, unless he succeeds. And this is a 2K scan of the interpositive struck from the original negative. Well, damn. But yes, this movie was great, full of action. Oh, yeah, looks great. Oh, this movie was amazing. I'm trying to find the slipcover for this because the slipcover is a great one. And yeah, here, let me scoot some of these back over here. Here's one of them that I believe I've only seen one time in my life, and you know, it's just my fault that I've only seen it one time. But It's a Stephen King film, and it stars an 8-year-old Drew Barrymore. And if I have to say anything else, you probably already know what it is. Firestarter. Will she have the power to survive? Let's see. Firestarter, based on the unforgettable bestseller by esteemed horror author Stephen King, chronicles the extraordinary life of Charlene Charlie McGee. 8-year-old Drew Barrymore stars as the child who has the amazing ability to start fires with just a glance. Can her psychic power and the love of her father save her from the threatening government agency, the Shop, which wants to control her or destroy her? Filled with blazing special effects and featuring an all-star cast including Martin Sheen, Heather Locklear, David Keith, Art Carney, Louise Fletcher, George C. Scott. Firestarter is directed by Mark L. Lester of class of 1984 in Commando, and driven by a pulsating, thrilling score from Tangerine Dream, Legend, Sorcerer, and Risky Business. Uh, yeah, I mean, I'm probably going to have to give this a rewatch soon, but yes, Firestarter. This one was pretty good. I want to say this is the one where she could do things with her mind. Showing off. Here's the original cover with the Will She Have the Power to Survive? And trying to. There's this. I do not remember much about this movie. I mean, other than, for the majority of the movie, they're chasing her, trying to catch her. But, I don't remember, like, any of the little things, that happen in the movie. And this one, oh, I absolutely, like, I have to give a shout out to probably one of my favorite actors of my preteen and teenage years. And it's Devon Sawa, and making probably one of my favorite movies of my entire life so far. And well, you should probably already know it. If we're talking about Scream Factory stuff, Idle Hands, Idle freaking Hands, this touching story of a boy and his right hand. Because who doesn't have a touching story? Oh, but no, yes, Idle Hands released on Scream Factory. I want to say back in May, and it took me up until June to pick it up, but got it. Happy. This is such a good film. For anybody who doesn't know this film, go pick this up. Go stream it somehow. I believe it's on Netflix. If anybody doesn't know what Idle Hands is, the devil will find work for Idle Hands to do. So, what happens when he chooses the laziest teen slacker in the world to do his dirty work? Anton Tobias, Devon Sawa of Final Destination, um, is a channel surfing, junk food munching couch potato burnout who can't control the murderous impulses of his recently possessed hand. With the help of his zombified buddies, Mick, Seth Green of, the Austin, it says Austin Powers International Man of Mystery, but he's in all three Austin Powers films. and and Pnub, Eldon Henson. Um, I mean, originally, I had always knew him from here, but Eldon Henson, his much bigger role now was in Netflix's Daredevil series. Anton's got to stop the rampaging devil appendage before it takes total control of his life and ruins any chance he has with class hottie Molly, Jessica Alba, of Dark Angel fame, Vivica A. Fox, Kill Bill fame, and Jack Noseworthy from Event Horizon. I've heard of Event Horizon, but I've never seen it. But it is coming, I do believe, later this year to Scream Factory, so I will be picking that up. Co-star in this wickedly funny horror comedy. This wasn't scanned from any fancy interpositive, negative, whatever. But I will show off. This is probably one of my favorite covers of any movie of any time. Oh, so yeah, and then of course looks just like the newer artwork, and yeah, I mean this movie's hilarious. You should absolutely see this. Like, 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 it's kind of scary, but it's much more hilarious. You need to see this. Idle Hands, go pick it up. This is about $30 on Amazon, maybe less by now. Oh, okay. Okay, let's go with these two right here. I'm going to show off one of my. It's not super exciting, but it is a prized Scream Factory title of mine, and well, it is another Clive Barker film, and so far I believe Clive Barker's only put 2 movies out on Scream Factory, and so let's go from here. Nightbreed, the director's cut, a new reason to fear the night. If anybody knows Nightbreed, Nightbreed is an incredible film, and it's an adaptation of Clive Barker's Cabal, which I've never read, but I've heard is incredible. And yeah, Nightbreed, a rip-roaring monster flick all the stops. A rip-roaring monster flick all the stops out and pumping with imagination. For the first time on home video, you can experience Clive Barker's original director's cut of Nightbreed with over 40 minutes of new footage, all mastered in high definition from the original camera negative. For anybody that doesn't know the story, Boone, played by Craig Schaefer, correct me, may be a troubled young man, but his troubles are just beginning. Set up as the fall guy in a string of slasher murderers, he decides he'll hide by crossing the threshold that separates us from them and sneak into the forbidden subterranean realm of Midian. Boone will live among the monsters. Hellraiser creator Clive Barker writes and directs this vivid leap into horror that asks, is the battle of man versus monster, who's really, or in the battle of man versus monster, who's really the monster? The answer supplies fresh crawling suspense, sudden fear, and a colorful Danny Elfman score, and a creepy array of shape-shifting beings. They are the Nightbreed, denizens of a world beyond death, beyond the imagination, and perhaps beyond anything you've ever seen. This was done up from the original camera negative, and this, I believe, does have it actually has interviews with Craig Sheffer and Bobby, Doug Bradley, who is Pinhead from Hellraiser series, or from the Hellraiser franchise. Hugh Ross, Simon Bamford, and Christine McCorkindale. Wow, that's a name. Christine McCorkindale. Okay. And for anybody who cares, um, we also have in here David Cronenberg, which I've heard he's done so many movies, so many roles, and I think this is probably the first one that I've ever seen him in. But here is this is probably one of the most badass covers that I've ever seen. I really wanted to pick up the limited edition, but eh, not for $100 or more. I'm happy with this for right now. But yes, let's see. But yes, Nightbreed comes with the Blu-ray and the DVD. This is one of the very few, I want to say, Scream Factory titles that comes with a DVD as well, and not just a Blu-ray and then like an extra Blu-ray disc with special features. And then here is another set that I have. I am going to be honest, I have not watched these, but there's one, two, three, four, five of them in here. And I found this at Walmart, $40 last year. I wasn't passing it up. Just on the sake that this would probably sell out quickly, and it did, and I haven't seen it back there since. The Omen Collection, Deluxe Edition. You get all five films: The Omen, The Awakening. What is that? The Final Conflict. Oh no, wait. The Omen, and then Damien Omen 2. The Final Conflict, Omen 4, The Awakening, and the remake of The Omen. I mean, I just love that box. That's a creepy ass crow. There's no getting around that. That's a creepy ass crow. Let's show. Says you have been warned. I have never seen any of the Omen films, but here's the first time was only a warning. The final conflict. The power of evil is no longer in the hands of a child. I don't even see how that's part of. Oh, I guess it says the person Damien, who's the Omen, or brings upon the Omen. I'm gonna assume he's back. That's how we get him. Omen 4, The Awakening. And yeah, I mean, and then we got from the eternal sea he rises, creating armies on either shore, turning man against his brother until man exists no more. Actually sounds pretty damn frightening. This one, I think I got a lock on the back, and this has Liev Schreiber and Julia Stiles and Mia Farrow. And yeah, I like Julia Stiles and Liev Schreiber from Ray Donovan. If you have not seen Ray Donovan, do yourself a favor, go see Ray Donovan. I think the upcoming season for it, this year or next year, is the final season. So yeah, go and check out that. But now I got six more films here. This one, this one's been in such hell from what I was informed before picking up the Scream Factory version. the this has the original theatrical soundtrack that has been omitted in every version since the original VHS. And yeah, I guess it's been in, Rights Hell, Rights Limbo, whatever. Shout Factory pulled it off, and I heard this without its original theatrical soundtrack. I will never do it. Never. I can only be talking about one movie, Return of the Living Dead Part 2. This movie is hilarious. And, it is a little, on the scary side in, some aspects, but for, for the most part, hilarious. You have to watch this. Like, 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 it's a stupid kind of hilarious. It, it's so funny, you need to see this. And uh, here's the original theatrical cover. Just when you thought it was safe to be dead. That's awesome. And then the back says, new 2K scan from Interpositive, original theatrical soundtrack, new audio commentary with Suzanne Snyder. Let's see. I mean, you can pick this up yourself and find everything out. But there's a look at the Return of the Living Dead Part 2 called "They Won't Stay Dead," and yeah, I mean, it's just interviews and commentaries and featurettes and stuff. But yeah, yeah, uh, yeah, most definitely. Anybody who's a fan of this, pick this up. If you haven't seen it, pick this up. It's an awesome film. Right there. This is probably one of my favorite films. And I think I've only seen Return of the Living Dead Part 1, like maybe once or twice, but I've rewatched this with my cousins numerous times. Definitely need to watch this. And this one, getting on to this one right here, it's very underrated. It, I'm pretty sure from what I heard, it did not do well in the theaters. It's critically panned, but I absolutely love this film. Uh, it it stars Rhoda Mitchell from Pitch Black, and God, where's his name? Because I can't think of it. Sean Bean of Goldeneye and Game of Thrones as Ned Stark, and Laurie Holden of The Walking Dead, who is, why can't I think of her name? Not Laurie. Andrea. Andrea was her name on The Walking Dead. And yeah, well, I mean, if you haven't guessed it right now, I'm talking about Silent Hill. Silent Hill. I love this cover. I I went into this movie knowing everything about the games and just enjoying the hell out of it. And I mean, I guess I can see why people didn't like it, but I'm I'm all around. I love video games through and through, so I stick by the movies that I watch. Yeah, I mean, to me, this movie was incredible. I loved the direction that they took it. the scenes where everything was fine, and then when everything turned to hell, and it was a good pacing back and forth of that. It wasn't oh, let's set everything up in hell and hope for the best. No, they did it just in perfect Silent Hill fashion. And of course, we got the nurses, we got Pyramid Head, we got all kinds of good characters in here. All of the characters in the Silent Hill series are scary as hell. And yeah, I mean, and again, this one wasn't scanned from any, you know, special positive or negative or nothing like that. It's just, a good old movie. Uh, I mean, hopefully now people could, give this, more of a benefit of the doubt now and, just enjoy it for what it is. Okay, I mean, all the hard work people put into this movie. I will. Here was the theatrical poster. We've been expecting you. Oh, grab this one. And this one. Whew, this one right here. I have not watched this, but I have to say right now, this is probably one of the Scream Factory titles with one of the most expensive slipcovers I have ever seen. I don't have the damn slipcover, but I'm hoping to get it one day. And that's Sleepway Camp. It says, after a terrible boating accident kills her family, shy Angela Baker, Felissa Rose returned to Sleepaway Camp, went to live with her eccentric Aunt Martha and her cousin Ricky. This this summer, Martha decides to send them both to Camp Arawak, a place to enjoy the great outdoors. Shortly after their arrival, a series of bizarre and violent accidents begin to claim the lives of various campers. Has a dark secret returned from the camp's past, or will an unspeakable horror end the summer season for all? From its grisly makeup effects to the truly shocking and unforgettable climax, Sleepaway Camp is no ordinary slasher film. It's a cult classic, and it says it's a 2K scan of the original camera negative. And then it's got a whole bunch of interviews, theatrical trailer, and more. And a short film called Judy, whatever that is. But yes, this says Sleepaway Camp. You won't be coming home. And this is another one, an early one that had a Blu-ray and a DVD. And um, this is the cover right here. And then there was this cover on the back, which did look pretty creepy. A knife through a shoe, because that's just what we need. A knife through the shoe. Watch your step. So yeah, I'm hoping to get this with the slipcover one day. And if I can get it with the slipcover, or just get the slipcover, I'll put it on. If not, I'll just buy it again with the slip, and then just give this to a family member. And now we are down to the last three, and one of these I have never seen, and the other two I have not seen in a long time. This one is another John Carpenter film that was released through Scream Factory, and that is Starman. This has Jeff Bridges, Karen Allen from uh, Raiders of the Lost Ark, and yeah, I have never seen this. I know nothing about this, but when people started first, talking about the Scream Factory showing up at Walmart, they were talking about this one, and this is one of them that they were going crazy over. So obviously, I have to get in the boat with all the other crazy people and pick this up. So I found one with a slip, oh, slip cover attic. I love it. Here's I guess the theatrical poster. Says he has traveled from a galaxy far beyond our own. He is 100,000 years ahead of us. He has powers we could not comprehend, and he is about to face the one force in the universe he has yet to conquer, love. That's the theatrical poster, and here's the inside. Looks pretty darn cool, if you ask me. This looks like a pretty good movie. I like Jeff Bridges. I just watched what is it? Which I don't even think has a Blu-ray release, but I watched Ticket a couple months ago, where he's a gym coach, and I've I've always enjoyed that one. But um, he's also in, I want to say, Tron and Tron Legacy, and God, I'm trying to win. Oh, the Big Lebowski. He plays the dude, and the dude abides. Now, on to our second from the last. If looks could kill, he wouldn't need a chainsaw. Because there's obviously only one movie that I could be talking about. Beethoven, right? With those chainsaw teeth. No, I'm kidding. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Next Generation. I think I remember seeing this once or twice with a friend when I was a kid, and it was pretty creepy and pretty insane. It says when a hopeful family invites two lost couples in for a good old down home massacre, the prom night teens find themselves all dressed up with no place to escape. Featuring paced fun, fast-paced fun, standout stars, and a horrific helping of the franchise's own brand of gore. The fourth Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie takes a comedic turn even more pronounced than the previous films combined. This one doesn't say, yeah, see, this includes two versions of the film, the theatrical and the director's cut. This one stars, let's see, Renee Zellweger, Matthew McConaughey, and Robert Jacks as Leatherface. Yeah. If this is the one that I'm thinking of, this is the one where Matthew McConaughey's character just goes insane, I believe. Laughs maniacally. But yeah, there's the original theatrical cover, I believe. And yeah, this one I purchased off of eBay for a pretty decent deal. I believe like $15, and it was like mint, perfect, great. And I'm probably gonna watch this one after I can get a hold of the second film from Scream Factory. That one is hard to come by with the slipcover, and I absolutely want the slipcover. And now the last film that I have in my Scream Factory collection, and it won't be the last one, but it's the last one for now. Oh, smart, stylish horror, expertly structured. What could I be talking about? Well, I'll just show you. Revenge is sweet. Valentine. This has David Boreanaz, Denise Richards, Marley Shelton, and Katherine Heigl. Um, I mean, this had to have been Katherine Heigl before I even knew who Katherine Heigl was. And David Boreanaz is Angel from Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Angel. This is a 2K scan of the original film Elements. It's got a whole bunch of special features, vintage cast and crew interviews, and theatrical trailer. I could go on forever, but I guess I won't. Uh, yeah, Valentine. Remember that kid everyone ignored on Valentine's Day? He remembers you. You. Here's the original theatrical poster, which I always thought looked pretty jarring. It's simple, but it's good. It's good. Yeah. Let me open it up. There's the disc, just like the newer artwork from right here. But yeah, Valentine. I mean, what else do I have to say? I mean, you know, it's a Valentine's Day love, revenge. You should definitely pick this one up. Uh, I think this one's actually on sale on Amazon right now for like $15. But they don't guarantee the slipcover anymore past 3 months, and this has been out. Well, darn it, it does not say, but I'm pretty sure this came out last Valentine's Day, or Valentine's Day of 2019. But yeah, I mean, yeah, let's recap. That's my entire Scream Factory collection. I mean, hope you enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe for more. I will be doing more little ramblings, reviews, unboxings for stuff. I actually have coming in probably by Thursday. I have I'll have an unboxing for 13 Ghosts, which I have never seen that before, but I am thrilled to show it off to you, and I will probably watch it. You know, relatively soon. There's so many movies coming out, not like new movies, but a lot of older movies are coming out, and newer, Screen Factory or like 4K stuff or whatever have you. And yeah, so Screen Factory, get these if you can find them for a great deal. Do not pass up on them. All right, until next time, peace out.